I am telling you, this keeps getting worse and worse.
Before you run out the door, you'll want to think twice about the drinking water that you grab.
Yeah, so there's a new study from Concordia University that reveals that bottled water may contain tens of thousands of invisible microplastic particles. It's a lot more than tap water. Researchers found that people ingest up to 52,000 microplastic particles each year, but bottled water drinkers take in an additional 90,000. Now, these tiny fragments can cross biological boundaries. They can enter your bloodstream and lodge in vital organs, potentially over time causing inflammation, hormonal problems, and even neurological damage. So what do we do? Well, you may want to ditch the water bottle. Consider filtering your tap water instead. There are also those single-use aluminum or plant-based bottles as well.
Yikes, I mean, that's a scary study. You drink more water to be healthy, but then not doing it right could lead to other issues.
Yeah, and now we're worried about the stuff we can't see.
Yeah, scary stuff.
It's all a problem.
Can't trust the tap water, can't trust the bottled water. And have you seen this?
This is Lake Michigan. This is a headline here. Millions are at risk after cancer-causing forever chemicals are detected in America's largest water supply. These are the Great Lakes around Michigan. It says 3 states in the Great Lakes regions have issued do not eat alerts for local wildlife and fish after tests revealed that animals were laced with alarming levels of per and polyfluoroalkyl substances. This is a PAFS. These are those forever chemicals, toxic chemicals, and are linked to thyroid problems and developmental issues. But then it goes on to say in neighboring Minnesota, residents are also being advised to avoid eating fish caught in 10 counties, including one on the coast of Lake Superior, the largest of the Great Lakes. That's up in the Northwest, after testing showed they contained high levels of PFAS. But then it goes on in the article, the crack journalist here says it's not clear what is causing contamination. We don't know. But experts say PFAS can seep from factories, landfills, wastewater plants into streams, blah, blah, blah.
They don't know where it's coming from. But then you got this.
Tonight, an odorless, tasteless threat detected in drinking water across the U.S., now the center of a massive settlement. Minnesota-based manufacturing plant 3M agreeing to pay $10.3 billion over 13 years.
They don't know where it's coming from, but old 3M's gonna fork out over $10 million and say, we'll help.
To close to 300 cities and counties where potentially harmful compounds called PFAS were found in water supplies. PFAS are also known as forever chemicals because they don't break down naturally. For decades, they've been staples in everyday products like nonstick cookware, waterproof fabric. Plaintiffs claim 3M's is the largest drinking water settlement in U.S. history, topped by payouts for lawsuits including Big Tobacco, the BP oil spill, and the Volkswagen emission scandal. 3M saying the settlement is not an admission of liability, calling it an important step forward and vowing to stop manufacturing all PFAS by the end of 2025. This year, the Biden administration imposed stricter drinking water standards after the CDC said PFAS were linked to health problems, including certain cancer.
Water, limiting the amount of stain repellents or water repellent products that we're using. These Teflon coated products, we can phase out their use.
$10.3 billion. I thought it was million. $10.3 billion. How is it that these guys aren't getting in trouble? There's a settlement, which means we're negotiating. You just give us a lot of money and what? They don't get in trouble? Over $10 billion. They're gonna fork out. And actually, I don't think it starts until next year. And in this video also, I'm gonna show you later a portable wireless RO filter that you can have on the go. It's pretty rad. So meanwhile, you guys just keep, I think, boxed water, you know, that comes from one of the lakes. I think it's Lake Michigan. Here you're thinking you're being crunchy, clean, new. I'm drinking out of a box. Yeah, well, I researched it. That's basically faucet water coming out of one of the big lakes. One that doesn't even have a good reputation. And if you're refilling your water at the store, make sure you're not getting scammed like this guy. I don't know if you guys know how well our bodies absorb chlorine. This is gonna blow your mind. If you guys are brand new here, we go over emergency awareness, whether it's news related or I teach you how to do something practical that'll come in use down the road. No matter what, I'm giving you guys a lot of information that affects you. So if you're brand new here, please consider subscribing. Start this off with a like if you guys appreciate awareness updates. Yeah, and in a few minutes, I'm giving you the problem, but I'm also gonna give you a pretty cool solution I came by. So stick around for that. Check out this post. This post says the old gov is taking us out through the water. The same officials worried about lead treat their municipal water with fluoride, chlorine, and allow poisonous chemicals into your water. This is apparently a picture of Florida, for example. Water hardness ppm 216, very hard. Top contaminants in Florida water. If you guys live in Florida, you might want to be considering getting some pretty good filtration, because that's a heck of a list right there. Look at this. I've got other videos, molds and pathogens in your water. Like, don't get ice at restaurants. I'm going to tell you something crazy about that. How about this one right here? Drinking water recall update as 2 warnings end. That's right. The U.S. and Drug Administration recently terminated 2 recalls for drinking water brands sold in the U.S., and new ones are starting all the time. Now hang tight, I'm gonna show you guys a map so you guys know if you guys are in some really bad areas. And I've got some other warnings of some other areas. And I'm not sure if you've been paying attention because they don't put it all over mainstream media, but Illinois residents issued drinking water warning. This was just a couple months ago. Did anybody hear about it? Thousands of Americans who have been warned that their drinking water has elevated levels of contaminants, lead, posing as potential risk to public health. Illinois Water Company issued an alert on this Monday, which was a couple months ago, to those in certain districts, over 120,000 Americans according to the water information in just this area. And get this, new regulations were approved last fall for lead, copper levels in water, requiring water systems to replace lead service lines within 10 years. Don't suppose that's going very well. One way you guys can combat this stuff is having an RO filter, like a high quality filter. And the one that I have to show you today is pretty cool. I didn't even know it existed. A portable high quality RO filter. Now, when this thing came in, I had no idea what to expect. I've talked about high quality RO filters in the past, but this one was portable and self-powered. I got a couple extra filters, so this thing will last quite a while. Opening it up, it was extremely protected. First thing I did, plugged the thing in, got it charging. That's right, this thing has internal batteries. You can take it out in the middle of nowhere. Whether you're camping or you need good filtered water and you need to be mobile, or you just want this thing to run on its own, maybe the power goes out, I have to tell you, I was thoroughly impressed. The other thing I have to tell you guys is there's some crazy sales right now with a coupon code down in the description and pinned comment for just our community. Now, it doesn't matter if you're going to be drinking out of a pond, wetlands, stream, river, municipal water, yeah, the bad public water that's coming out of your tap, or even a waterfall. You guys can clearly see how well these things are made. Now, a couple things that I really liked about this: advanced multi-stage RO filtration removes 99.999% of contaminants. And I'm talking about bacteria, viruses, parasites, heavy metals, chlorine, microplastics. And you might wonder, battery powered, does it flow fast? It flows fast. 500 milliliters clean water per minute with a powerful self-priming pump. Nice thing is it's rechargeable, so you can power it up at home. It's eco-friendly. It's got 2 6,000 mAh batteries. It's got USB-C, plus it takes less space and reduces plastic waste compared to bottled water. And trust me, I don't even know if we want to be drinking bottled water anymore. So this type of portable RO water filters are widely compatible and you can use with any kind of freshwater source. And yes, they're certified safe. Now, like I said, I couldn't wait to get this thing out in a creek and test it out. So before we get back into some of the other crazy stuff you need to know, come with me real quick to the creek and let me show you how this thing works. One of the most essential things is water in any kind of situation, whether you're surviving or just living day to day. What I have to show you today is actually kind of really cool. This thing is an RO hybrid water filter that's actually battery powered. You guys may want to use something like this for a prepping item or even camping, or for when the power goes out, because this thing takes out all the bad stuff out of the water. And the awesome thing is there's no hand pumping. It's run off of a battery. This thing charges C-port, so you could even use a small power cell like this, or even a solar panel, power station, get the thing set up, muddy water, and just let it run. Now, like I said, this thing you don't even have to pump. Like, it is running on its own. You could be camping, have a good source of fresh water you don't have to worry about, or you could have it at home because you don't trust the tap water. And the thing is not very heavy. Just about anybody could carry this around. So if you guys would like to be prepared or even have this for camping or any other reason, I definitely give this thing my stamp of approval. And remember, big discounts, discount code down on the top of the description and the pinned comment. Check it out, definitely worth it. Now, before I get to the map and show you guys some of the concerning areas, have you ever thought about the ice that is served in your drinks at restaurants or anywhere really? This video might have you not getting that ice any longer.
I refuse ice when out at restaurants and careful
Ice
of mold
or no
and
ice?
pathogens.
Let's see. Go in here. Yeah, storage bin looks all right. But let's see where ice is made. That is not all right. What about up in here? That's not all right either. Ice is made up there. You literally have, look at this. Water for ice making comes through here. Some more of it.
How often do you think these guys are taking their machines apart and cleaning them? Yeah, so if you guys are one of those folks, there's lots of them, hundreds, thousands of people that refill their jugs at the store. This might make you consider picking another option, like an RO filter at home or something.
Filling this up at Walmart, and I'm wondering, like, where is this water actually coming from? Right? Because it could be coming from anywhere. Watch the bottle so it don't overflow. Where is it coming? That is it. Boy, that's coming out of their faucet. That is faucet water that I'm filling this up with faucet water. Oh, this is faucet water. No, not faucet water. They got me with the faucet water. They got me with the faucet water with the filter. Filter in here somewhere. I don't know, but it's coming from on top here. So, hey. They giving me the same water I could have got at home to put in my bottle. It's the same freaking water I could have got at home.
So first of all, I would question how good their filters are, but they're just filtering the tap water? You guys are paying money at Walmart, and I don't know, some people are saying this is a Walmart scam because they're just throwing the tap water through another filter, and I doubt it's a good one. Now, I know a lot of you guys know about the chlorine in water. Now, I think they put the chlorine in there to kill off all the stuff that shouldn't be in there, but basically, that's what you're drinking. And I don't know if you guys know how much our bodies absorb that chlorine. This is gonna blow your mind.
Watch this video to see how fast chlorine absorbs into the skin.
This is an eye-opening demonstration of chemicals in your water. Unfiltered tap water, which we will pour in 2 glasses. OTO chemical, test for chlorine, very sensitive for it. Notice it turning yellow, the evidence of chlorine. No chlorine in this water. Where did that chemical go? While I was testing this glass over 10 seconds, all that chemistry went into my skin and my hands. There are 80,000 unstudied and unregulated chemicals in our tap water, causing all sorts of health issues, from as simple as brittle hair and dry skin to respiratory issues and even cancer.
Folks, his hand absorbed all of that chlorine to the point where it's hardly even showing up with his tester. You know what I immediately thought of right after watching this video? Swimming pools. Right? Loaded with chlorine. Now we know it's doing a cleaning job, right? But what happens when we hop in the pool and our entire body just absorbs up all of that chlorine? Now I gotta go deep dive what chlorine does to our bodies, because that's a lot of chlorine getting absorbed, whether you're drinking it down or you're jumping in a pool. I've got so much more stuff I could tell you, and I'll make another video. But we gotta keep an eye on our water, make sure we got good water filtration, or I tell you what, we're the filter. We're the filter. water. And those drinking fountains that we drank out of as kids, that water ain't the same. There's all kinds of crazy stuff in that water nowadays. Just trying to look out for you guys. Hope you stuck around to the end. Again, if you guys want to check out that really cool portable RO water filter, I've got a link in the description pinned comment with a discount code just for this community. And be sure to stay tuned. Share this out. If you guys found value, please share this out. Hit the subscribe button because I got a lot more coming down the pipe. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you on the next one.